Well, after much deliberation this morning, Simon has decided where he's going to put the woodshed. He's decided to put it here off the side of this large shed that he uses to, one of our boats is in there, got all bits and pieces in there. So we were going to raise it so he could put the truck in there to work on it and so forth. But what we've decided to do is to clear out this area. As you can see, that's what he's doing with the machine at the moment. Clear out this area, get it nice and level. And as you can see, just here, these rocks, I like rock walls, as does Simon. He's just moving these rocks to make another rock wall further in front, and he's going to then fill that area in with some soil, and that is going to be the base for the new shed, which in Australia is called a lean-to. So that is actually going to come off this large shed exactly where he's taking this, clearing this area up. And we're going to watch and learn as he erects a shed from scratch using materials we have on hand. So if you would like to see how this progresses, stay with us and watch till the end. And it's luckily we own machinery. So now he's bringing in the skid steer loader, which has, for him, it has different uses. For me, it's just one machine after the next sort of thing. But so he's just going to use that bucket and bring up some dirt or some loam from down at the bottom where he stockpiles it, filling in that area there and getting it as level as he possibly can to use that, as I said before, as the base for this shed. So it's good having a construction company and having a husband that knows how to drive these machines. He's a concreter as well, so he knows how to do his levels and whatnot and flatten things out in a quick manner. I wouldn't say it's easy by any means, but it's really good to actually watch him work. I really enjoy it myself, and I thought you might enjoy coming along for this little project. Well, it's coming up for lunch, so I made him a nice toasted ham and cheese sandwich, and he had his little can of Captain Morgan there to go along with it. I can't have him busy doing this and not feeding my man. So this is still the same day and he's still at it. The posts are going in now. He actually drilled the post holes when I was inside having a break myself. So he's now popping those in and making sure they're nice and secure to some degree in the ground. They're just jamming that dirt in around it to make sure it's nice and secure. And then he'll put on the rails, and then you'll see the rest of it come together quite quickly. So not long to go now, and it's going to be all up. Here's Dakota running around like a little crazy thing, like, oh Dad, what have you made now? Something new to run around and play in. So the dogs are out and about and having a look at what he's actually doing and keeping an eye on him to make sure he does it correctly. So he's just been down to the yard and he's grabbed some of the rails that I was mentioning earlier that he'll need to actually prop up against the side of the shed and then adhere them to the shed and to the posts. And that will be the start to putting up the sides. So how he actually adheres those rails to the side of the shed there, they're a bracket, a special bracket that actually gets screwed onto the shed, and then the actual rail can sit in a side of it. It's got like a little cutout in there or whatnot, so you can just pop those rails in. So he can become quite clever here, putting two spirit levels together so he can reach the span that he needs to ensure that it's going to be level. So just watching him put up the second rail there, and that is going to be the roof. What the roof will actually sit on, the tin will sit on these to form the roof. He'll have another one going in front in a second that you'll see, and then we'll start popping that roof on. So the front side is going on here. As you can see, he's got one little bit to do and then he has finished. What a great day's work.